Hello and welcome to the Shellz Show. Today we're discussing the NFC South, my predictions, team by team breakdown, and a bit over and just the end to finish off. Let's crack into these bad boys. Here's my predictions for the NFC South. Okay, we're going to start this off with saying I think Tampa Bay are going to win, followed by Carolina, followed by Atlanta at 3, and unfortunately Nola will round it out at 4. I'm going to break down why I think Tampa Bay now, and I'll go to the team by team analysis. Let's crack into these bad boys. Tampa Bay, Winston I think can live up to the hype. I think they picked him number 1 for a reason. He's a good player, great things. What they've done this season is they've added additions to what they need to do. Unfortunately, Doug Martin for them is out suspended the first 4 games, so the running game is going to suffer. But look what they added. OJ Howard, a tight end. He is going to be an absolute lethal tight end to them. He's a complete tight end. He can block. He can run great routes. I mean, absolutely brilliant player. Absolutely magnificent talent. Look at what they did at wide receiver. They already had Mike Evans drafted in the first round a few years ago. They now had Deshaun Jackson, who's the speedster, top of the defense. And they also had Chris Goodwin from Penn State, I believe, wide receiver, who's an absolute brilliant wide receiver. I think I've seen him in real life play in Ireland. He's a brilliant kid. My only concern with them would be the O-line is a question mark. I'm not really sold on Donovan Smith at left tackle. Ali Marpet at center. I'm not really sold on those two guys. You know, I think they do have problems with DeMar Dotson. I think he's right tackle as well. Again, guys, I'm just not sure. I'm a bit shaky on them. They'll need hold up. I think Donovan Smith can be a good player. I think he can be a really good left tackle. He just needs to work in his technique. I think they have elite defensive pieces in place already with Levante David and Gerald McCoy. You know, they have some quality pieces already established. I think Chris Baker's a great addition to that D-line. He's going to really add some enthusiasm to that D-line. He's a physical presence in there. You know, he likes to get roughed up. You know, he's going to take care of some bodies up there and make some problems. You know, Noah Spence, wow, what a player I think he can be. I thought he's an elite edge rusher guy. I thought he was better than Joey Bosa coming out. I thought him and Joey Bosa at Ohio State, I thought he was a little better. Just my personal opinion. Jackie Smith's back this year from a torn ACL. I think he can be a good, serviceable edge guy as well. You know, I think their linebackers are really good. You know, I think Levante David is as good as you get in the NFL these days. What an elite talent he is. Juan Alexander's a great middle linebacker. I like that they were kicking up Kendall Beckwith in the 3rd this year. Quality player. And in the back end, fill things out. Vernon Hargreaves, what a brilliant cornerback he is from Florida. Great first round pick. TJ Ward, a new addition from Denver this week. Great pickup for him as well. I think Brent Grimes is a solid player as well. I think they got Justin Evans as well from Texas A&M. I think he's a nice pickup. Or did someone else get him? I think I got it completely wrong. But I think is a big word to say. But yeah, I think they've some nice pieces. I like what they've done this year. I think they've had a good free agency. They've gone out there. They've made good use of what they're doing. I think, yeah, Justin Evans is the name. I think he's going to be a good safety for them. I think they got some good pieces there already and greatly established. Anyway, let's crack on with our next team, which is going to be Carolina. I think the return of MVP Cam. I really think Cam Newton's going to return to his MVP form. He's going to be the elite player we all know he can be. I think he is absolutely brilliant when he gets going. I mean, what a terrific standard player he can be. I mean, if he runs and throws the ball well this season, the sky's the limit for how good he can be. Just needs to put it together. What a backfield they have. Jonathan Stewart's going to be an absolute bell cow, and Christian McCaffrey's going to come in there to slice and dice you with a change of pace. Love that addition to the team. Big addition. Calvin Benjamin and Devin Funchess, though, they need to step up and play like the first rounders they are. I really like to see more out of them. I think Greg Olson's a stud tight end. They've got a good receiving core. They just need to use them. My questions would remain with that offensive line. I think they massively overpaid for Matt Khalil left tackle. It was a huge mistake. I'm not really sure they're playing right tackle this year, but I mean, it can't be any worse than Mike Rumors was last year. Good interior line. Andrew Norwell's good left guard. I think Trey Turner is an absolute magnificent right guard. And I think Brian Khalil's a great center. And that's pretty much it. They've got a good, I think it's as good as any interior O-line in the league. As good as Dallas in my eyes. I like Peppers at D-line, a good addition to them. You know, we already got Starla Tule at defensive tackle, along with K1 Short, who I think might be one of the best defensive tackle, most underappreciated defensive tackle guys in the league. You know, he mentioned his name to a few people, and they'd be like, who? I think he's a brilliant player. I think their linebackers are really turning around the corner now and starting to become elite. I think Shaq Thompson last season had a real step up year. I think he's an elite talent at linebacker. I mean, Luke Kuechly. Do I need to say any more about how good Luke Kuechly is? You guys all know how good Luke Kuechly is. And Thomas Davis, of course, 3 ACL tears, and he's back, and he played in that game with the Super Bowl with a broken arm. Brilliant player. I thought James Bradbury and Gerald Worley, you know, these guys came in last season as rookies, and they were jumped in the fire very early at cornerback. I think these guys are going to play really well. You know, to get dropped in the way they were dropped in, it means a lot. I think, you know, with Ben Wicker gave that, and they cut him. These guys had to really step up. I think James Bradbury was magnificent. What a great talent he is. I think Captain Muller was nice Nick will pick up. He'll provide some leadership to those rookie guys who are entering year 2. I still need to find a safety. I think Mike Adams is an alright addition. I think they lost Trey Boston to the Chargers, a big loss to them, and I think they'll pay the price that later in the year. Let's talk about Atlanta now. Lost Kyle Shanahan. That's a massive, massive loss to his defense. It's going to be a huge loss to the defense. Why? Well, Matt Martin didn't just have a career last year. He had a career year cubed. It was absolutely out of this world. Interesting to see how Steve Sarkisian will use this elite running back duo. I think Freeman's more of the bell cow type thing, and then they bring Tevin Coleman in as the pass catching, change of pace, slice of dice type of player. I think that's a good move for them. I mean, Julio Jones. I mean, let's talk about this catch again. I mean, just look at that. That catch in the Super Bowl still to this day gives me shivers down my spine watching it, because it's like the play that you just don't expect. Unbelievable catch he made. He's a world-class talent. But can other players like Sanu and Taylor Gabriel stand up this year, or they revert back to normal? I think Austin Hooper for them needs a big year. Levine Toilolo, they re-signed as well, tight ends. So they've got some good pieces here. You put them together. Their O-line, I'm not 100% confident about. Jake Matthews can be a good left tackle, better than most, I think, in the NFL. I think he's a top 10 guy. There's still some question marks about the rest of the O-line. I'm not really sure on Rob Schrader, who their right guard is. I think their left guard is Andy Levitre. I think he's a good player. But Alex Mack, of course, that center is an elite center. He'll help them around the line. Let's look at their D-line. Like John Terry Poe is a nice addition to this D-line this year. I think he'll help Beasley a lot with some things that the rest of them from the same side. You know, his defensive tackle should give him some better looks. You know, Poe's quite a fast guy, so I'm interested with him. I love their linebackers. Devondre Campbell and Deion Jones, they fly to the football. They're literally, they see football, go to football. They burst onto it. Love what they do. I think their defense will be better this season, especially their DBs. You know, they got Desmond Trufant back. Robert Alford was magnificent year last year. Great Super Bowl. Ricardo Allen's a good safety. And of course, Keanu Neal, their first round pick last season. A pretty damn good safety. Jalen Collins, of course, their cornerback suspended for sure. I think, I'm predicting Atlanta will be worse this year. I think their defense will be better. I think their defense is much better this season. And let's talk about New Orleans. Drew Brees, stat whore, not an elite quarterback. Wow, it's gonna get ruffles and feathers. I like what they do with Peterson. Adding Andrew Peterson's a nice compliment to Mark Ingram. I think that's I think it's a nice compliment. You know, it's a nice addition. You know, it'll help take some load off Ingram later in the year and allow Ingram to run hard for 20 straight carries. Give Peterson 10, and they have a much better team. Take some pressure off the defense. Take some time off the clock. That's what they need to do. Lost Brandon Cooks. I don't think the Saints will be very happy with it. They realized the Patriots fleeced them for Brandon Cooks. I think Brandon Cooks is an elite wide receiver. Michael Thomas had a great rookie year last year. Can the other guys step up with Willie Snead in the first 3 games? How is that going to work? Can Kobe Fleener live up to the contract that he was given? I'm not sure that. The left tackle, Terran Armstead, is injured, unfortunately. They've drafted a bunch of O-line guys the last few years. They added Warford this year. They added Andres Pete a few years back, left tackle from Stanford. They had Ryan Ramchick, left tackle from Wisconsin. I think they're good pieces. They just need to put them all together. I think they got a good O-line. They've been building that good O-line well. Max Unger has come back from surgery, but I think he's an elite talent. On the D-line, I like Cameron Jordan to have a good year this year. He's a great edge guy. Sheldon Rankins unfortunately broke his leg last year during training camp and just didn't have the same impact. I think he can be an elite destructive interior pass rusher guy. But I think the loss of Nick Fairley is going to be huge from this season. I think Nick Fairley adds a bit more versatility to this team, and that's a huge loss. He's an interior pass rusher, and that's what they need. I think if Monte Teo or Craig Robertson come in there linebacker they need, they'll have a good year, but I just don't think those guys can fit the linebacker that they need. They need a speedy guy. Stephon Anthony hasn't worked from Clemson. They really need to find that guy, and I think they need better players than their DBs. I expect more from a guy like PJ Williams, Marcus Lattimore. Is it Marcus Lattimore? I think it's Marcus Lattimore. Of course, Delvin Braylock's their best cornerbacks injured. Can Kenny Vaccaro play up and Von Bell play up their standards? I think they really need to figure out what's going on with this team. Their defense is a little shaky, my eyes. Anyway, let's go to the win pool. This is going to be a close division. I think the wins in this division are going to be between 7 and 10, pretty much, maybe even 7 and 9. Being honest, let's crack on with the over-unders. First off, the Saints over-under of 8.5. I have to go the under. I think they're just not talented enough this year. I think the Cooks loss will be huge. I think their defense pieces aren't exactly there yet. They need a linebacker, more defensive pieces. I'm going to go with 7 wins for them this year. 7 wins. They're not going to get more than 8.5. Atlanta's get 9.5. I'm sorry, I just don't see this either. I think they'll get 8 to 9 wins. That's their ceiling in my eyes, but you know, they'll be competitive this year. Carolina at 9.5. This is the tricky one. I've gone to this one multiple times. I think they can win 10 games. I think they can win 8 games. That's that. I think they're evenly distributed chances of them winning that. In the end, I think Carolina's going to win 9 games. I'm going with the under. Tampa Bay 8.5. I'm going with the over. I think Tampa Bay is going to win 9 to 10 games this year. They're that talented. They've really invested in this team this year. I think they got a really good chance of being a quality opposition for years to come. I'm going to go with Tampa. Anyway, that's the end of the video today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like, subscribe, enjoy this type of content, make me do more of it. I really enjoy these. So make sure you show some love and appreciation for these videos. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching the video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.